Hello everyone. So in today's video, we will be talking about the case study of one of the project which was successfully developed and delivered by Ksolves. Moving further in this video, we will be discussing about the project and the company's default flow for which the project was designed and what was the major challenges and the hurdles they were facing in their day-to-day operations flow in the company, and what were the solutions we provided during that operations by using Odoo. So let's start with the company's basic operational flow description. So the company was related to a manufacturing industry, and the company was providing the wires and other electronic instruments to their customers. So basically, some of the product they were manufacturing inside the company and the raw material they used to purchase. Talking about the default flow, what was the default flow company used to follow? So for that, let me share my screen and I will be showcasing you what was the default flow that company used. So now this was the basic default operational flow that company use. So every request is started with the sale order. It doesn't matter whether that sale orders come from online, from a customer in a store, or from a phone call. Every time there will be a sale order, and on the sale order we specify like whether it should generate a manufacturing order or not. If it doesn't require to generate a manufacturing order, so the sale order will be created, its picking will be checked for product availability. If the product is available, then the product will be directly delivered to the customer. But if the sale order marked to create the manufacturing order, then the manufacturing order will get created, and accordingly based on the product configuration, the bill of material associated with the product, the number of work orders will get associated. So the major procedure in this project was like every time, like if there are three work orders through which that product will go. So like let's suppose there we need a few raw materials in one work order, few raw materials in another work order, and few raw materials in another work order. So what was the scenario? Actually, the major scenario was like what all the raw materials you collect in work order 1, you will be transferring it to work order 2, and then what all the work order collectively, like from raw material from work order 1 and from work order 2, if there are further work orders, those raw materials will keep on transferring to further work orders until unless it is not the last work order. On the very last work order, the manufacturing product will be finalized and it will directly get delivered to the from production location to our stock location. And once the manufactured product has been completely delivered to the stock location, the sale order picking gets ready with the product availability, and the product is successfully delivered to the customer. So talking about the work orders and what all the operations a user can perform inside a work order. So basically one major change that client required was they do not want the automatic reservation, because their procedure was like every time user should move inside the warehouse, he will be carrying a bucket or a kit, and he will be collecting those products manually. So what we did to achieve this challenge is on raw materials component line in each work order, we added 3 buttons on the work order, that is called add product, remove product, and rate shortage. So every time a user walk through the warehouse physically and he is collecting the material physically, along with that he will be updating his system with add product manually. At the time, if he wants like for this, he don't want to collect the product for this work order, he wanted to collect the same product to another work order. So what he can do, on the same time he can remove the product from here, and then if the product is not available, let's suppose he required 10 quantity and out of 10 5 is only available, so for 5 he can raise the shortage. So once all the products will be added inside one work order, the user can transfer those products from work order 1 to work order 2. And Then work order 2 will start its operation, and then he can also perform the functionality as I mentioned it earlier, like some product will come in work order 2 from work order 1, and some might be already existing over there. So the product which are already existing in the work order 2, they have to be manually added or removed or generate the shortage. So this cycle keep on going in each and every work order depending upon the number of work order a product is having based on the bill of material. And at the very last work order, my finalized product will be done over there, and I will be transferring those product to manufacturing order to stock location. Another major requirement was in this one, like client want to partially complete the manufacturing order without using the default Odoo procedure. What default Odoo procedure does is it creates the sub manufacturing order. Like there is a requirement of 100 product, out of 100 you just wanted to deliver 10 products from production location to the stock location. So what system will does, it will create two manufacturing. In this case, it will split the main manufacturing order into two, one for 10 quantity and another one for 90 quantity. So it will mark the 10 quantity manufacturing order as done, and it will keep opening the manufacturing order with the remaining quantity. But the client don't wanted to use this procedure. He wanted to maintain only one manufacturing order. So to achieve this requirement, what we did is we maintained a status called partially delivered or fully delivered, and we splitted the finalized move, finished product move inside the moves components, and then in that way we have managed. So I will let me showcase it to you, the flow and the design what we developed to achieve all these challenges in Odoo system. So this is my Odoo screen. So every time, as I said, like a request is started with the sale order. So whenever you go inside the sale order, you will create a sale order with the customer. So this time I'm creating a customer, and I will select a product with which should have a bill of material. So the car is the product which is having the bill of material, and here we maintain like whether this product should be manufactured or not. This is the Boolean field. Once user click this Boolean field and save this and send the sale order for the confirmation, it will automatically generate a manufacturing order. So let me show it to you quickly. So it will save it once user send the confirmation, and he sends this manufacturing order, it will generate a manufacturing order. So accordingly, once you jump inside the manufacturing order, you will be able to see that inside the work order, these all are the operations that need to be performed to finish this product car. So we have fitting, cut length, holding area, and tracing. On top of that, there was one more major challenge which client proposed in front of us was there might be some operations which can run parallel, and there might be some operations which cannot be performed until and unless the operations which are parallel has been completed. So you can see we have kitting, cut length, on holding area. So basically the kitting and cut length can run together, and until and unless kitting and cut length are not completed, holding cannot be started. So how we manage this procedure is on the bill of material we maintained a configuration that is called running configuration. So kitting and cut length can start together. Let's suppose few products are in kitting and few products are in cut length. So these two operations can be started simultaneously, and holding will wait until unless both these two operations are not completed. So we maintain this with this running configuration. We added the parallel running and the individual running. So if the operations, for all the operations which are parallel run, you will be able to see over here, these are the start button will be visible for those who can run parallelly, but holding area will not be allow you to start the procedure until and unless user do not finish the previous work order. So in that way we have managed that. So once you dive inside the operations tab, user will go on each and every work order individually, the way I'm going. So user need to start. Let's suppose we have the operators. So operators are the one who will be using the manufacturing orders, and the purchasing team will be managing all the material requests. He will be confirming the material request, generating the purchase order, and then allocating the shortage to the specific work order. So operator will start, like let's suppose AKA has taken this work order and he has started working on that. Now you can see the automatic reservation has been blocked from the Odoo default configuration panel for operation type. And now we have added few buttons over here. You can see add. Once you add the quantity, let's suppose out of 8 I just wanted to add 3 quantity, you can select over here. You will just add the 3 quantity over here. Once you add the quantity, the remove button is already also there. Let's suppose sometime what happens, you do not want, you realize that there are another work orders who are on the top priority for this product. So what you will do, the user will simply remove the product from here and he will jump into the another work order and add this product on the same time. So this is how we have managed add and this is how we have managed this add and remove procedure. So now what we will do is there is another major case that is called the shortage one. Let's suppose the product quantity is not available in the system as much. So what system will do is user will require to raise the shortage. So here we have provided the button for raising the shortage. So once user select areas, it will give you all the products which are listed inside the work order. Right now there is only one product, so it's showcasing you the one product list over here. If there are multiple one, it will display you the multiple product over here. Then user can check as many, let's suppose sometime if there are multiple products, so user will only wanted to generate the shortage for this product. He just simply click on this product and he can request the product. So let's suppose I want, there is a shortage for 2 products, so I'll just request 2 quantity from the purchasing team. I'll confirm it. So the material request has been generated successfully. Now what will happen whenever the purchase user go into the system and he will quickly find that there are some material request has been generated into the system. So let me show you where those material requests will be listed out. So inside the manufacturing app, we have listed out this is work order material request. So this material request has been generated for 2 quantity. Now what that purchasing manager will do is he will examine whether this material request has been genuine or not, because it might be possible like for the same product in last week I ordered 10 quantity and that the purchase order is in progress, so that I can convey this to the operator that saying, hey, 2 quantities 10 quantities are already on order, so I'm just canceling this manufacturing material request. This is the way they can manage it. Or if the like we have provided over here the conditions, on the basis of that the purchasing manager can take the actions. He can also raise the query. Let's suppose he transferred a few quantity of the product in the warehouse 2 days back, and again he can see the the request for the same product. So he can ask from the operator like, I recently delivered those quantity to the warehouse, where are those, and is this material request is genuine or not. So if there is kind of some query feature, the query concept, so we used to follow from here. Purchasing manager wanted to add some comments, he can directly add that. And if he finds that this request is all genuine, that simply what he can do is he can simply click on action. So once he click on action and save that, what will happen is inside the material request a material record will get created over here, and it will giving you the product description, the vendor reference. Also it will describe you all the details over here. So what material request or will how this will get generated is, let's suppose in today in 18th of October I am getting thousands of requests. So all the thousands of requests will keep on adding into this material request. So at the end of the day, user can have, the purchasing manager can see the report, like how much material request has been generated from the operator side and how much quantity of the product I need to order to fulfill those shortages. So this is kind of report, that per day report can be generated at the end of the day. So that's why we have maintained that. Now later on, if user wanted to generate the short purchase request, so from here what purchasing manager will do, he will assign the quantity, like out of 2 I just wanted to order the 2 quantity. He will save this, he will also select this one. Like there might be possibility, like there are multiple lines over here. At the same time, I just wanted to raise the purchase orders for few of the products, few of the listed products. So this is why we have maintained this checkbox feature. User will save it and he will confirm that, and once it get confirmed, a user can directly generate the purchase order. So for XYZ user, user need to select the vendor first and he will confirm the purchase order. So accordingly the purchase order will get generated, and the purchasing team will see, he will confirm the order. So user need to assign the confirm date, like the confirm date, basically when you want, what is the customer priority to receive this order. So once I'll confirm it, my receipt will get generated, and on the receipt inside the operation, user will be able to see this flag. This flag simply means that this requires a there is a material request generated for the specific product, so that user can quickly address this request. So he will just add these numbers, I will save it, and he will click on this flag. So here this will list out all the material request that has been generated for that specific product. So right now I have total done quantity is 2. I will click on 2 quantity over here. I'll save it, confirm it. It will give you all the information for bin location. By default, what happened, all the shortages get added inside the bin location. So for this I have to create a bin location also. Bin location, basically why we have maintained the concept of bin location, it just simply gives you it gives you the difference between, like, bin location is always creating the containing the shortages product which need to be assigned to a specific work order. So I will add a bin location over here. The parent location will be CE, and this is the shortage bin location I will assign. I will assign the barcode over here in that way. I'll save it. Should be an internal location. Yes, this is an internal location. Okay, CE01, I'll maintain it as a its parent. So the bin location has been created. Now I can easily select this location over here. I can confirm that. So once I'll confirm it, I'll validate it. You can see the detailed operation, the lot number has been automatically generated, and it gives you the information that this request is going inside this specific work order. So once user validated inside this specific work order, when you refresh this screen, you will be able to see a fulfill shortage adding button over here. So because user has transferred that shortage from purchase order directly to the work order, so that product has been reserved to fulfill this shortage, but it has not been added yet. Because what actually happens inside the system is, user then physically go to the bin location and he takes the product and add it inside the work order. So to maintain this scenario, we have keep the product reserved inside the bin location. Now user has to come and select this whether he wants us to add it or not. He can also add like added, so in that way they can perform. Once they confirm it, the location will be added inside the system. So the shortage will be added inside the system. So this is how it works. Now later on, we also have in the same way, like once all the product keeps on adding, we have provided you the user the transfer operation. So let me put it on hold. I'll continue. So this is the transfer operation. From transfer operation, it will give you the option to transfer the quantity from one location to another location. So from one, this is the reserve material picking that gets created every time. So user will keep on transferring the product from this operation to this one, then this one. In the very last operation, when the quantity done is updated, so what will happen is, let me show it to you how. Let's suppose, yes. So in the very last operation, how much quantity you wanted to develop and how much you have done. In the very last, if done quantity has been updated, what will happen? User will get a pop-up on top, a button that would say that you need to deliver the product on that very specific location. That is called the stock location. So here user will see the complete production button at the very last work order when there is done quantity greater than 0. So a user will simply click this complete production button. A pop-up will come. In that way it will asking you, like, let's suppose there are, instead of 1, I have finished the partial production for the finished product. Out of 10 I have finished the 5, but still I wanted to like the testing is remaining for 3 of the ones, so 2 are completed with the testing also. So what will happen is, for 2 I will update the produce quantity to over here and I will click on done. So once user click on done quantity, my reservation picking will get updated. Like I will remove all the reserve product from my last work order and my delivery will be blank at this stage, and my manufacturing order will updated with the done quantities, how much in each product raw material will be required, and accordingly my manufacturing order will be updated with the partial status. So this was the major development which we have done for our client. On top of that, there was some kind of attachments, document attachment procedure also, which we have provided on the product to maintain the instructions for the finished product. So we provided them the button on the each and every product from where they can upload the document, attach them with the tag, and at the time of manufacturing they can see the finished product instructions, like how the product can be manufactured. So this is kind of instructions. Another thing which we have done for this project was uploading the document on the fly. So the requirement was, whenever we receive a purchase order, along with that we also receive the invoice. So what previously user was doing in along with the keeping the purchase, creating the purchase order, what they used to do, they used to click the pictures inside the camera, then they put that PDFs inside their system, and then they used to attach that inside the then they used to attach inside their system. So we provided them the instant solution for that, is we give them the button on the receipt for the camera. Like whenever you click that button, camera will open up, whatever the camera is attached with your device, that will open up. User will be able to click capture the document, and automatically on the single click that document will get attached inside the dedicated purchase order. So these were the few changes which we have done, the solution which we have provided, and the system client using right now was very fully fledged, and he's really happy with the development what all we have done. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.